Hey guys, it's Angel. Welcome back to the channel, and we're taking a look at Flightsim Studios' next aircraft. This is the Tecnam P2006T Mark II. Now, this is made by, like I said, Flightsim Studios, the makers of the Embraer 175. This is not early access, this is complete. And this, like most of my reviews, purchased my own money. I'm going to go broke, because this is my second aircraft in 2 days. Third aircraft in 2 days. Now, this is a full systems depth recreation of the Tecnam, and we'll go over a couple of details first on this aircraft, because it's quite an interesting one. Now, it's Italian, as it's Tecnam, of course, made in Capua. I was going to fly there, but, yeah, we need something nicer. Now, it's a high-winged, twin-engine, all-metal light aircraft, made by Tecnam, as we mentioned. Now, it's the lightest twin-engine aircraft that's certified available. It's a 4-seat aircraft with fully retractable gear, powered by liquid-cooled Rotax engines, can run on 92 octane, and as well 100 low lead. Now, it's obviously Italian, designed by Luigi Pascal. First flight was 2007. It was introduced in 2010, and it's still in production. And 578 have been built as of 2017, last number I could find. Now, this thing will cruise at 145 knots, which is reasonable. And it has a range of 650 nautical miles, stall speed of 55 knots. Pretty decent little aircraft, actually. Now, this one comes from Flightsim Studios with, of course, a bunch of liveries, as you can see here. We have all the doors, switches, walk-around abilities, checklist items, dynamic passengers and cargo. This is a passenger version. There are cargo versions, which will have, again, with the weight, more passengers and more cargo. Now, we also have custom S-Tech 55X autopilot, customized working title G1000, PBR stuff as one would expect in this day and age, and we have detailed high systems depth with simulation of things like the emergency gear system. We have custom state saving, walkarounds, different modes to operate it. So let's go in and take a look at this aircraft, shall we, and see how she operates. Now, first time we load it, we get a pop-up saying, do you want to use simplified mode or complex mode? I'm defaulting to complex mode, but we're going to turn on the tablet and take a look at that first. So obviously, little map. Useful. Now, pre-flight, we can go around and we can do all those things. And actually... No! Stop buttons. Do our checklist items. No, go away. And I'll go back in here quickly, because I just showed you how that works. That's checked. Time inflation... chocks, fuel, oil quantity. So, that tyre is a tyre. We can confirm it's a tyre. Where are the chocks? Are the chocks down there? Did I remove the chocks? I think I removed the chocks. And we can do things like check various other parts of the... No, I don't want to move you. But we can check all our bits and pieces. What else have we got we can play with here? So, elevator and rudder. Let's check those. Oh, look, it works. We have a single piece here with a cutout for the stabilator. I believe this type is called a stabilator. I always get mixed up on the various types of tail surfaces. The overall elevator structure. Rudder, of course, functions there. Now, if you don't want to sit around doing this all day for every option... you can have prepare for departure, which puts everything as checked. Removes pitot covers, removes tie downs, gets you ready to go. Wonderful. Now, when it comes to weights, we can actually... I don't know if we can actually do it in here, but we can go to here. In fact, let's move ourselves over a little bit so we can see our passengers when they get in. We'll be a little conservative here. We'll go £450. We'll be kind to someone. Oh, hi, Mr. Passenger. Oh, God, you're terrifying. Wow! You have haunting eyes. Okay. 150. Not gonna fat shame anybody. Oh, hi. You're also terrifying. Congratulations. You are very suited to each other, and you have haunting, unblinking eyes. Which is horrifying. And you both apparently like sweaters and jeans, which are quite easy to model, I appreciate. And they do move and look around, which probably makes them more daunting, to be honest. So we have our fans we can play with there. We even have an emergency exit. How do I open this? don't know if I actually can. I know I can open that hatch, but we have an emergency exit. Now, when it comes to doors, of course, our doors do function. Notably, we have one on this side. We can do a door. See? Doors are great. Now, the one thing that annoys me here is the checklist. It's useful. It's wonderful, in fact. But it sits here the entire time. Right in one's Limburg reference area. It's kind of annoying. I don't like that. Electronics turned on here. Not sure why these aren't actually showing up. That's quite strange. Let's go to our options. Now we have ground power unit availability, operation mode simple, and or there. We can select through those. I'm not sure why my instruments aren't turned on. That's quite weird. Because they turned on when I quickly tested this before I actually shot the review, so a little bit odd that it's not working, but there you go. Interesting. Okay. There we go. So our battery must have drained. Hey, we're in realistic mode after all. So our power's coming on now. We're getting our systems online. We'll pop outside, take a little look around. As with every review, I always forget to pick up my controller when I'm doing this, so I have to go and reach under my desk and grab that. There's our GPU. Now, obviously, it's a composite surface, or a metal surface, but it's very smooth, new, modern. So, details reasonably realistic. I like the fact there's dirt included on the other side. Nice detailed gear. Always important for me. And, oh, there we go, that's the seats. There's our nose gear, which retracts up into the actual nose cone. It is a nice looking aircraft, I'll give it that. It's very tadpole-ish, but also very cool and modern. I like the high wing design. It's something that always appeals to me, personally. There aren't a lot of GA twins with high wings that aren't, you know, a cargo aircraft of some kind. Odd that there's no visibility of the actual pilot or co-pilot options in there, even though the weight is selected. There's our emergency exit on the top as well. Rather nicely made aircraft. Now, let's hop back inside here and check if we actually have weight selected for the pilot and co-pilot. We do. Okay, I'm just going to change these and see if I show up all of a sudden. There we go. We've got a really relatively kind of balanced crew there in terms of our size of passengers and crew. And no, interesting. Not showing up in the front. Now, this does not include a manual that I could find. Caveat there. Not sure why that screen's not coming on as well. It's kind of a weird one here. Oh, we want the fields on, do we? Oh, there we go. Now it's coming on. I forgot to change the actual state of the aircraft, so that's booting up for us. Right, now we're going to get this thing started. So our fuel cocks are up here. Those are on left and right engine, as we did the different engine state. Pumps are on there, so we're going to get our throttles, make sure everything's set properly, crack the throttles a little bit, and we're going to hold down our starter. Same here. Does that one start? I think that one started. Yes, it did. Yep, we have... I think we have engine start. We do. Did that... That didn't do right. Engine started, did it? Did you start? You didn't start. Have we done anything odd? Again, complex systems in the aircraft, it can make things a little bit unusual. There we go. We have start on 2. Excellent. So we are in the green on everything here. Let's get this thing taken up in the sky and have a bit of a run around in it, shall we? Let's pop that back on there. Parking brake is released. And we'll take her out. Turn my head on here. Now, this is not a cheap aircraft. This is 35 euros, which is a lot for a GA Twin. I realise it's got systems depth, and Aerosoft, stuff that goes sold through Aerosoft, which this is, does tend to be on the pricier side. Now, I don't mind for a good add-on, and this is good. I even appreciate the bit of wear and dirt and dust you'll see on various surfaces inside the actual cockpit, on the panel and things, little bits of dust. It really adds to kind of the vibe of an aircraft that's been used. Including the rubber seal around the door there. It just adds to that feeling of it being a lot more real. Now, do I think this is a 35 euro aircraft? Not right now. Yeah, it's cool to have systems depth. It's cool to have functionality. I would really appreciate if we got some cool systems depth, realistic, normal aircraft. It seems to be all the weird and wonderful aircraft get, you know, high fidelity, full function, walkarounds, candy, you know, realism, failure, systems depth versions for all the weird aircraft, not the normal ones. Like, where's a, you know, great... We've got Piper, of course, and we've got the working a couple of the different mods for the 172, etc. for the stock ones, but give me a fully gorgeous high fidelity, everything opens and plays with fiddles and walkarounds. 206, 182, 185, some of the other Pipers. I'd love to see some other aircraft, some more normal aircraft. Even a Mooney would be great. A Bonanza would be great. A Baron. But we keep getting these kooky ones. Now, obviously a lot of work's gone into this. I can tell that as we're going to go for our takeoff here. And there are things I like, things I don't. I do not like the checklist being there. That irritates the crap out of me. It's just sat there. I guess I velcroed it on. But that's an irritating place to put a checklist. Why would you do that? It's right in your vision. There we go. And we'll pull back here. And we'll go out here for the gear. Now, it is a really beautiful little aircraft. It really is quite nice to look at. I like the look of it. It's definitely got the speed. It's got the performance, and it's definitely different, which I do appreciate. It's another all-glass cockpit, which I'm not a massive fan of myself. I know we're going to get a mod for the Baron and for the Bonanza that brings the steam gauges back to those from the guys that did the Cessna 172 and the Caravan, etc., and the King Air. But just, why does everything have to be glass? I know this was made with glass only, but I'm tired of glass aircraft. I really am. I know a lot of people like it, but I'm tired of that. I want some proper aircraft with normal cockpits. Is that really so much to ask? Now, obviously, a side window is a bit lower down from the head point where you can actually see out of them easily. You can look down well, but looking kind of out to the side is kind of a little difficult without ducking your head. Backup instruments. Performance in the sim is good. No real degradation there. I like how it's performing, but I will say it's not exactly unexpected. It shouldn't be a big hitter. Now, I do remember Aerosoft, the one that was with Aerosoft, the little amphibian, that had a bit of a performance hit to it. But this isn't bad. Like I say, the checklist irritates the crap out of me. The price, I think, is too much. Given what we're getting for the $20 mark, €20 mark, I really think 35 is asking for a lot. That's kind of bordering on airliner prices. I really think 35 is a steep ask. If we just said 25, yeah. 28, yeah, but I don't think it's worth that much more. I really don't. I think you're starting to ask a lot in a market where if you're going to make something you don't think is going to sell a lot of as a business, are you in the right business? Surely businesses make things that sell a lot because they want to make money. Look at some of the add-ons that have released for lower prices. They've sold really well. Look at SimWorks stuff. Sure, it's not full systems depth, but at the same time, fantastic aircraft otherwise, and $15 a pop? Hard to pass up. You take a look at things like the Boeing 247. Take a look at some of other systems depth aircraft. Is it in the par for most of them? Yes, it is, but I don't know. It's hard to justify for a kind of fringe aircraft. A lot of people would prefer, if they're going to fly a glass cockpitted twin, they're going to hop in the stock Baron. Or perhaps, you know, some of the other aircraft that are out there that do a similar role. Where is our airport? I think it's back behind us. It's on the far side of the canal, I know that much. So we'll power back here. Engine sounds inside sound decent. Outside, yeah. Maybe a little generic. It's hard to tell. It's got that kind of drone of the Rotax engines it operates on. Yeah, we're off to the side there, so... That's a mountain, yes, I'm aware. Gear coming down. I don't know, the price feels a little jarring for me, given that... While it has a lot of cool functionality, it feels a little steep. Am I being harsh? Possibly. No, we're definitely coming in quite fast here, so I'm going to have to kill some of this speed off. We'll do an obligatory side step and see if she'll burn away some speed here as we ditch some altitude. Keep the nose up there. That's the ticket. We're going to be coming in quite fast, though, I'll tell you that much. I need to get down to flap extension speed here. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, Nelly, come on. Keep an eye on my instruments. Well, it looks like we're not even using flaps today. But we don't need them because it is very fast we're coming in. Touchdown regardless. So it'll land fast. I'm going to go around and do a little slow landing because I don't feel like I've actually done this thing justice now. Keep our speed up here. Little touch and go. Keep our gear down for this circuit. In fact, I'm going to put a notch of flaps in now, just to provide a little bit more drag as we come round. Little bold of me to do it this low, but we'll go with that. I want to see what she'll do at slow speed. That's the real thing here. Handles beautifully, I'll give it that. It does handle beautifully. Really nice handling aircraft. Responsive, nimble. Slippery, but at the same time, looking at the aircraft, it looks like a slippery aircraft, so I'm not surprised it takes a bit to slow down. That feels plausible. Okay. Let this settle out there. Run downwind here. Give another notch of flaps there. Let's keep our speed manageable here. There's the end of the runway. So we'll bring around here and we'll put her down as well. I want to love this. It's cool, it's different, and I just spent a lot of money on it. Buyer's remorse? Possibly. Again, it's the price of the stickler. Everything else I really love, I just feel like it's a little bit too much. That's about all I can fault it on. That and the checklist position. The checklist position sucks. Like, if they were down in the side pocket there, or, you know, some other location you could Velcro them to, like even down there on the sidewall, it'd be great. Oh, speaking of which, well, they're still up. Well, I assume, obviously, with the failure of the system, I'd just have the gear in the lowered position anyway, so it'd come down. So that's that. Okay, we'll bring her around the corner here. We'll bring her into land. Are you okay with spooky passengers? Wonderful. That's a bridge. Note to self. Stop looking at the spooky passengers. And also doing a flight review in a relatively tight valley is makes things a bit more interesting, but I don't mind. It's fun. Okay. Where are you at? There's the airport. It's kind of a dog-legged base here. She is struggling to compensate now. I've got 2 stages of flaps in and the gear down. She's not super impressed with gaining speed. So drag definitely helps to slow this aircraft down. And I'm almost using the flaps as drag right now. Okay. Let's pull our power back and see how low she'll go. If I remember my notes correctly, and I do because I can pull them up, our stall speed is 55 knots. So we're aiming for 55 knots here. Yeah, let's close that. We are on full flaps, and I've got my throttles closed. We're not bleeding off as much speed as I thought we might. I'll pull the nose up a little bit. Try and keep us on a good glide path here. 10 knots off stall. Still good. Don't need to apply any power here yet. Going to need to because we're going to come in short in those trees, so just give it a little lick of power. Just bring her in nice and gentle. Power out. Boom. We have touchdown. Can I get off at this exit? I'm going to try. Does she take the, oh god, I want to get off the runway turning? She does. Okay. Not a bad aircraft. Again, the checklists have got to go. Move them, please, Aerosoft. Like, I could put up with the price if you move the checklist. It sounds like a stupid thing to say, but like, it really bothers me a lot. That's a terrible position. Go. It's an awful position. I hate it. Oh, parking brake on. And let's kill the engines there. So what do we think? Great to fly. Great systems. Great depth. Great, you know, animations and functions. The walk-around features are super cool. The price, probably fair. I'll probably get some stick for saying it's a bit much, but it's probably fair. Good little aircraft, lots of liveries, 2 versions, cargo and passengers. Yeah. Move that tablet, move those checklists, and I'll be happy with it. I think. Yeah, it's expensive. Some say it would be worth it, some won't say it's worth it. 2 flight modes, obviously. You can have full simplistic, or not simplistic, you know, control-y, normal kind of startup, no things to run around doing checklists on, but there are shortcuts to that, as I showed you. And the full complex one, where circuit breakers will work and things. Yeah, move the checklists, and I will be happy, because that's just dumb. Real dumb. And I still don't see any pilots. Which is more concerning that I don't see any pilots. I wonder, have I missed something? Apparently I really needed to take off there. Yeah, so we have pilot weight showing, but they're just not visible in the cockpit. So if that's a mistake on their part, that is a big derp that you forgot the pilots. Well, choice is yours. Let's see what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.